have been handed the keys to the farm, only for 2 weeks. My parents are away on holiday and I am here in sunny England. It's actually raining, looking after all the horses, all the animals here on the farm. So my parents have absconded the country. They've headed over to Portugal for the next couple of weeks, and me and Chris have moved in to look after all the animals and all of the horses here at the farm, which you guys know happens every year. And this is when I do the majority of my summer filming. So there will be day in my life, there will be routines videos. I will hopefully manage to convince Chris to swap with me and do my Equestrian Boyfriend Does My Daily Routine, because I know you guys love that one as well. But I thought today we will ease ourselves in with a little vlog. But I am getting very wet, so let's head inside. So would you believe it's beautiful blue skies? We had an absolute downpour and now it's nice. I'm actually quite warm, so I don't think this coat's going to stay on. But it's now lunchtime. I'm just making my way around to the stables now to go and give the horses their hay nets. And yeah, going to give them the lunchtime hay. A couple of them have a feed, give them that. I didn't ride this morning. And I'm not riding now because I actually have a lesson at 6 p.m, which is very late for me. Normally the horses are done and dusted by 6, so Snip's probably thinking she's got the day off and he's going to have a surprise later when Tracy turns up at 6. So I've got changed into my painting stuff, then realised we need some more paint. So I'm hoping my local equestrian store, I only need the black paint, we've got cream. I'm hoping they'll sell some sort of masonry black paint. And I also need to go and get Snip some more feed as well because she's running low. So my plan is go and get that, hopefully. I mean, I might as well, the weather's pretty rubbish anyway, so let's head to the local equestrian store. So I got to the store and had to have a little look about, of course, because you can't just go to an equestrian store and not have a look. Found some Silvermore goodies, and I popped some toys in the cart for the doggies, and then over to the Denji section to get Snip some Alpha A oil. This is what I've been feeding Snip since I got her, and she's doing amazing on this. Had a little look around, checked that there wasn't anything else I needed. Then on my way to pay, I noticed all of the rabbit items and I thought, oh, I'll have to pick something up for Tallulah. So I got these little niblet sticks that looked like the best thing that they had. So I got some of those for her to keep her occupied and enriched while she's at the farm. So just got back from the equestrian store and surprisingly they had everything I wanted. They had the paint and I got some Alpha A oil by Denji for Snippy because that is what she's fed on, and she's running out. I also got the other animals a few little bits. Didn't get anything for the pigs or the goats because there wasn't really anything for them guys, but I did get Toulouse these are just some herb and carrot crunch bars. They're just like little nibble sticks, so I just thought I'd grab her something because she's in the shed and it's not the most exciting place in the world, so trying to keep her nice and enriched. And then I saw these. So I got Frankie Fox from Forest Friends and I got Phileas the pheasant. How cute is this? Because basically we little fluffy tail. We didn't bring Ted any toys when we came. So I kind of forgot to pack him any toys, so I thought I need to get him some. I've got two because so Balto can have one. In all the years we've owned Balto, have seen him play with the toy once, so I don't think he's going to be very fun. But they were just so cute. Chris is going to go off at me because they're fluffy, and Ted just likes, like, this tail will just be wrecked in a matter of minutes, and its little legs will probably end up chewed off and its little beak and stuff. But look how cute they are. Like. So Bolt's laid over there with absolutely no interest in the world. And then Ted's down here like, I know you've got something for me. So, oh my goodness. What's that? What is that? Okay then. Go on then, take it. Oh, it's got a squeaker. We'll see if Bolt wants this one. Bolties! Do you want one? I know you probably won't, but yeah. You want to take it? Yeah. He's like, what is the point in this? He really doesn't get the point in toys. Do you not want it? Get it. He's like, oh! Oh, you got your toy! Oh, alright. Bye then. You go put it on your bed or something. Here comes. Hello, Rugrat. The difference in these dogs. Calm, goes and gets on his bed, runs around like an absolute idiot. Anyway, that's the dogs entertained for a little while. So, for those of you that are OGs and have watched my channel for a little while, will know this shed as the rabbit shed. I used to have quite a lot of rabbits. I now only have the one, little Miss Tallulah, and so it's actually used mainly to store all of the other animals' feeds now. But in this one section here, we have Miss Toulouse. Now this is obviously a temporary setup, just for the 2 weeks while I am house sitting, farm sitting. There's little Miss Toulouse in the background. So she's got a few things in there, but it is a bit boring for her, so I'm trying to spice it up a bit. I have brought her rung, because these used to have like big outdoor aviaries that Dad took down because they weren't in use. So she doesn't have that anymore, but I have brought her run so she can go on the grass some days. But yeah, let's give Toulouse her treats. She's actually just bitten me. She didn't mean to. I had carrot tops in my hand because I've had carrot sticks and hummus for lunch, and I brought the carrot tops down to give her, and I was like, just like opening the door, and she obviously smelled carrot and thought and went for it, and then yeah, my finger kind of got in the way, so kind of need to go and clean that because rabbit bites hurt. They really hurt. She's not like bitten me in years. It was accidental, I'm sure. But anyway, let's give her her treats. She's chomping on a bit of carrot at the moment. first you bite me, and then you jump on my knee and scratch me. I'm gonna hang this up for her. You are grumpy today. You are grumpy today. Right, there we go. I've just hung it on the door, which apparently I've had one before because that looks like the same sort of thing to me. And I just need to fill her water up, and then Miss Grumpy Pants can be left alone. Can't you? So now it's time to feed the other animals. So the only ones that actually left to feed are the horses later on and the piggies. The goats don't get a second feed, and I fed those this morning, but I will go over and say hello to them in a moment. So that's Primmy done, and now it's time to feed Mr. Pickle. Of course, it's raining again. Yeah, no goats, it's horrendous. So the piggies have been fed. The goats were fed this morning before I started filming. But I'm just going to check on them because they hate rain. I'm fully with them on that one. So we'll just go and say hello to them, and also then at least you've seen all the animals in the vlog. Have you seen the chickens? No one wants to see the chickens. But yeah, the goatees are sheltering from the rain because they are clever. Aren't you girls? Yes. What? No. Good girlies. So, Dolly. No, you're Dolly, because you're being loud in my ear. That's how we know who you are. Yes. Yes, it is. So, Dolly. Daisy. Hey, Daisy. And then the one on the edge is Daffodil, and I know that's Daffodil because you two bully her, don't you? You're mean little goats. Not nice to your sister at all. No, you're not. Oh. Shut up. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're quite sedate when it rains, so they're quite nice, aren't you? They're very cuddly, really. Don't headbutt me. Don't bite me either. No, I don't trust this one. This is the... Yeah, that's my hair you're eating. Yeah. The other two... It's headbutting me. Get off me. Ow! Actually, that's quite... No. Ow! I need to go and see my physio anyway. You don't need to... Is this... Do not ram me. Don't do... Oh. Honestly, she's so naughty. Get off biting my top. I like this top. Yes, I do. Notice how the other two do nothing, Dolly. And you are the one always causing issues. Always. She's always your sister. Don't. No. Oh. This one's my favourite. You are so gentle, aren't you, Daffodil? Yes, you're gentle and lovely. As all goats should be. And she gets picked on because she's the nice one. Right. I can feel you biting me. Get off my top. Anyway, I think that's enough goats for one day. Are you a bit wet? I mean, you've got plenty of shelters that you could be in, but okay. What do you want? There you go, you can't say you've not seen all the animals now. So guys, it's chucking it down again. So I've come around to a bit of painting. I've just touched up the black along here really quickly. And then we're going to start on this side. So at the minute, it's kind of all just needs a bit of a freshen up. We paint the stables, tried to paint the stables inside every single year. They weren't done last year, so you'll see in a minute when I show you like some of the stables really need doing. So I'm going to start with this wall, which doesn't look that bad, but definitely needs doing. Like, it's got quite a few marks and things on it, and we just like the stables to look clean and fresh. We do this every summer so that when they come in for winter, it's all done. because during the summer all the horses live out, so they're not in, although a few are coming in later to be ridden anyway. But yeah, there we go, let's get cracking. I am going to be doing a full spring clean video, so I'll just add a little snippet in now for you, but the majority of it will be in that video. So if you like all the spring cleaning and all the really satisfying paint videos and all of that, make sure you subscribe, because that will be coming up soon. So that's my painting done for today. I'm going to try and do a little bit each day, so I can get the spring clean up soon. And I'm also planning on doing a stables tour, so I want it to all look nice. So I'm going to get changed back into my riding stuff now. I almost forgot I had a Zoom meeting, so I'm quickly going to get changed, jump on that call, and then it'll be time to bring the horses up for my lesson later, and also to feed the horses for this evening. Hop round to the stables because I think Snip has pretty much spent the downpour in her field shelter, so I'm going to go check. And I'm going to put her waterproof sweet itch sheet on. She doesn't have sweet itch. We put sweet itch sheets on her because basically she's really susceptible to fly bites, and these are better than fly rugs in my opinion. And this waterproof one will come in handy so that I don't have a panic attack about the fact that she will be soaked through for her lesson. So yeah, I'm going to go stick this on her. So as you can see, Snippy is about as impressed with this weather as I am. She just looks so miserable, bless her. Normally, if it's absolutely chucking down, I will bring her in the stable just to chill out for a little bit. Oh, I hate that rug does that. But it's a good couple of hours before she's actually going to be ridden, so I'm afraid you're going to have to stay out, Snip, my dear. So guys, I got her rug on literally in the nick of time. It's just started chucking it down again. Oh, so seeing as there's not much point me walking around and getting absolutely drenched, I thought I might as well get the stables prepared and make the hay nets up ready for Snip and for little Caramel coming up later. They're going to stand in for a bit before my lesson, so I'm going to bring Caramel up as well, just so Snip's got some company, because I need to make sure she's actually dry if I'm going to ride her. So filled up some hay nets, tied those up in the stables, and just tidied up their stables in preparation for them coming up. Okay, time to get some horses. I'm going to fetch Caramel in with Snip, with her coming in for a little bit longer. Just keeps them both quiet and just makes my life a bit easier. Tiny Terror grabbed. There she is. This side doesn't look too bad, but the other side is filthy. Right, Caramel, get her up. Strongest little Welsh hay ever, this one. Honestly, Yes, and now we must trot. So Snippy is in as well, and I'm going to go feed these two now. Just picked her feet out. One thing I can't stand about being on clay is how it all gets stuck in their feet. Like, I end up picking her feet out so many times a day. Dee dee dee. So these two can be fed. Buckets. So I'm going to go down and feed the others. I'm not going to film it because you've already seen most of them today, I think. And also it's a lot more effort on night because I have a lot to carry. So camera is just adding to the pile of things to carry, and it takes me double the time with camera, which I don't really have now because I'm kind of running a little bit late. So they've all had their tea and I've put the buckets away, and someone's enjoying her massage, aren't we, Snippy? I think she's actually finished it now. It's been that long. Oh no, I can still hear it going. So before I ride her and after I ride her, she gets a half-an-hour massage with her Equestrian massage pad. I'm doing this especially at the minute because we are working on canter a lot, and when we work on canter she really stiffens her back, and when she first does that it's really, really hard not to like bang on up and down on her back. I try and ride as softly as possible, but when she's literally tight, when she first goes into canter, it takes her a while to relax, so she can get a little bit tight around the back part there. So we are doing everything we can. She's had a curry comb massage, so it's always a really good idea before and after you ride to just grab your basic curry comb. Doesn't need to be one of those massage things. These are literally better than half the massage brushes out there. This is just a red gorilla one. Circular motion, put lots of effort in, all along the neck, all along their back, warm all their muscles up. Or if you're lazy, stick an equilibrium pad on, but to be honest, I do both. She's actually setting her like autumn coat. Let's not talk about it. So I got lots of fur off as well today, and she's looking very, well, she's not showing you because she's not talking to me, she's eating, but she's looking very smart actually, very smart indeed. But yeah, we are all ready for our lesson. I won't film tacking up. You've all seen me tack up a horse before. More than likely because I tack up literally as I know Tracy's on the lane. Usually I don't normally warm Snip up before our lessons because our lessons go on for a very, it's meant to be an hour, they're always longer. And I will be dying by the end of it, so I purposely don't warm up before my coach gets here, which you shouldn't do. You should warm up before your coach gets here, but I don't want to die. So I won't film tacking her up. I will say I am going to film my lesson because I have no one here to help me, story of my life, on my Pivot. So hopefully it picks it up okay. I'll be honest, I don't like using this, but needs must. So fingers crossed. I also have something new coming for me to try out for filming when I'm riding, when I have no one to help. But yeah, we're gonna have a good lesson, Snippy. That's a yes, I think. So Tracy got there and I jumped on board. Now Tracy is a phenomenal teacher. Snip has just changed so much since we started having our weekly lessons. She's come so far. We always start our session with a really long warm up, so a lot of walk work, and to be honest, this is when me and Trace just kind of catch up for a bit, and she lets me know how she's been getting on and what she's been up to, and I update her on what I've done with Snip that week because I always have homework in between our lessons, and then we get started. And as you can see, Trace was really impressed with the way Snip started today.
Oh yeah, she's coming out nice straight away, isn't she?
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it.
So we got warmed up and then we started doing a bit of work on turn about the haunches, so where we were getting the front to move round, and this is going to really help Snip, because what we need to do is for her to really listen to my leg aids. She tends to kind of always go to the left and hold her bit to the left and tends towards the left, so what we're doing here is just telling her, right, you need to move off that shoulder. Started on the right rein and we will also do this on the left rein. Snip, when you do something brand new, so we've not actually done this, I don't know if we did turn about the haunches before, I don't know if I've actually ever done this with her before. So when you do something new, especially when it involves a contact, her go-to is head up in the air, like tightens her back, and she just basically doesn't like being taught new things initially. But after one session, she will come in and then do this really relax the neck. She really thinks about things in between. So we just do it very quietly, very gently. And the key with this mare is saying please and thank you all the time. So when she does it correctly, she instantly gets a gratification of me relaxing and lowering and releasing. So after doing something brand new, we always go back to something that we've been working on so that she knows that, right, this is what you're actually expected to do. We don't always just throw like an entire session of new things in, we slowly introduce them. So we're working on the canter today. And one thing you do have to remember is this mare hasn't actually cantered in 7 months. She's not been cantering at all, so a lot of this is pain association, so she remembers that, oh, that used to hurt, so she gets really tight and really agitated, and it's obviously something she's not been doing much of. This is what she used to trot like about 4 weeks ago when we first started schooling. She used to bring her head up, bring her back up, and her trot was like an off-the-track thoroughbred. In those 4 weeks, we've gone from that trot to this trot, where she was a little bit like, I'm not putting my head down here, but where she's flicky-toed, she's relaxing across her back more, she's bringing her head down and she's working an outline. So I'm hoping in 4 weeks' time the canter will be at this point as well, but we're going to give her as much time as she needs, because a lot of it as well is strengthening and balancing her. She just can't balance herself at the moment, so I have to do a lot of hard work in canter, which it is hard work. I was so tired, which is why we spent a lot of this lesson doing either canter work or walk work. So Snip was being quite dominant in the mouth and quite hard in the mouth. So Trace came and just had a feel down the rein, exactly what she was doing. And this is something that we've done a lot. We've done a lot of Tracy walking around holding the reins while I've had Snip in walk, just for her to feel exactly what she's doing so that she knows exactly what to tell me. Now, every time Tracy gets hold of the reins, Snip does exactly what she's told. But Tracy is a phenomenal rider, so I'll give her that. And she could just feel that she just wasn't releasing on the left side. She was really holding herself again. And Trace said that she just wanted to pop my noseband up a bit, because this is a brand new bridle, and she thought that it stretched a bit because it was slightly obstructing her nostrils. So we moved the we moved the noseband up slightly, she said, because it wasn't really doing too much, because it obviously stretched, so it's a bit lower than where it needed to be. So here we're trying something slightly different with Snip. We're using my outside rein to push her in. So what she likes to do on the left rein is throw her head in too far, fall out through her outside shoulder, and just basically collapse. So what we're doing is, because she's really left dominant, we're going to shove her up to the bridle using the outside rein. So in this respect, my inside rein has resumed the job of outside rein. So that is my steadying rein. That is the one that's just going to keep my momentum and my speed. And my outside rein is going to be the one telling her where to go. So here I'm using a lot of inside leg to steady. Outside leg pushes her through. And then outside rein is actually pressed up against her neck and saying, right, move off this shoulder, move onto your interior shoulder and push through this way. So it's almost a bit like counterflexion, except we're still bending to the outside. It's just sort of the same aids. It's the best way I can explain it. And what we're going to do here is, because we're getting her nice and where she's not falling out through that shoulder now, we're going to work on the canter again and see if we can get her to come down and settle. She obviously decided she was not going to start by being settled. With a bit of persistence, that head finally started to lower and she started to relax. It might seem minuscule at this point, but the difference I can feel from that first canter to this is actually incredible. And Snip will be quite difficult in her lesson, and then the next time we come to do it, she will do it 10 times faster. She's a very, very clever mare actually, and I just have to be very quick.
Open the right rein a little bit. Come round with your right hand. Forward, tap, 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 get it through. Get it through, there. So half circle from there to X. Left to C. Left leg pusher out.
And so we always end on getting Snip to go long and low, and of course a polo and a pat. So guys, a very challenging lesson, a lot going on, but I feel like I learnt loads, and I'm kind of one of these people that I have a lesson with Tracy, I go away, I process it, I work on it myself tomorrow and break it down, or whenever I school her next, and then it makes all the difference. So like straight after my lesson I'll be like, oh, that was a lot, and then by the time we've had a couple of days to process, both me and Snip, we're absolutely flying. So yeah, it was really good. I am absolutely shattered, both mentally and physically. So I'm going to leave this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week for probably another farm video. But so let me know in the comments what you want to see, and yeah, see you soon guys.